And if convicted, they can face a minimum imprisonment of up to 3 years. Now, this case basically relates to the illegal rerouting of international calls as local calls by Reliance Infocom many years back. CBI launched an investigation in 2006 after Anil Ambani got the telecom pie of the business, and they had filed their charge sheet only last week. So the summons by the court follows this charge sheet, and more action can be expected next month. Shivani?
Thanks, Chandra. And speaking of charges, the next hearing of the Vodafone tax liability case is just 3 weeks away. And while Vodafone is sticking to its guns, so is the tax department, which says it's confident of winning the case. CBDT chairman SSN Murthy spoke exclusively to ETNA's Athar Khan, who has the story.
The biggest telecom company in the world has been keeping the Indian tax man on hold for a while now. The tax department's demand for a capital gains tax from the $11 billion acquisition of Hutchison SR has been fiercely contested by the company. And even though Vodafone has appealed in the Bombay High Court over the charges, the tax department is confident that the ruling will come in its favor.
We have conveyed to them our stand. The Vodafone also knows what is the legal position taken by tax authorities and the Supreme Court. Now we have given our primary notice to them regarding the issues which are under consideration, and they have taken up in right earnest.
According to top officials, the process of taxing big corporate deals such as this one needs to be simpler, and greater clarity is required in the rules of the game. Something they hope will happen once bilateral agreements with foreign tax havens have been worked out.
That procedure is on, and our team is visiting all the countries. So I think maybe within a reasonable time, substantial improvement will be made.
India's top tax official is of the view the Supreme Court's refusal to put a stay on the notice bodes well for the government. And with bilateral agreements with foreign tax havens being worked upon, taxing such big corporate deals should become a lot easier. Athar Khan, ET Now, New Delhi.
Interestingly, the average Indian may be shy of investing in stocks and mutual funds, but that hasn't stopped foreign brokerages from making a beeline to India. Sanjana Agarwal tells you who these brokerages are.
Things are lackluster on Dalal Street, but that hasn't put off foreign brokerages which are queuing up to open shop in the country. Well-known financial giants like Standard Chartered and Barclays are setting up broking arms, while a variety of other smaller and less-known firms such as Singapore's DBS, South Korea's Mirai, Taiwan's Uwanta and Samsung Securities and Bank of China, and now UK's Jefferies are in talks to set up broking firms. Should domestic brokerages be worried?
I mean, there is fair opportunity to both domestic as well as FII brokerage houses. Competition is increasing at higher pace than the pie of business increasing.
There's no doubt competition is increasing. Foreign brokerages like Nomura, RBS and Daiwa are looking to expand operations, and homegrown firms like Axis Bank are planning a foray into broking. The only people happy about this growing competition besides investors are the people who are working in the industry.
Barclays is pretty much around the corner as such. They've been looking at people very seriously, but unfortunately what is happening, the pool in India is also kind of drying up. I mean, when you're looking at a senior management hire, number of options are not that many.
Commissions from stockbroking add up to about 3,500 crore rupees annually. That's not a big number, but still if firms are coming in, it's because they expect the market to grow substantially in the years ahead. But firms who feel that the market is overbrokered at this point are instead looking at investment banking. Most foreign brokerages feel that if broking is their bread and butter, then investment banking is their jam and jelly. So while broking may be the new buzz, investment banking will remain their mainstay. Sanjana Agarwal, ET Now, Mumbai.
India's largest independent luxury hotel chain Oberoi's is clearly not expecting a significant recovery coming in room rentals, but going forward they surely expect the occupancy to pick up along with the rents.
The average rate in our resort hotels, and those resort hotels, would have been around 21,000 rupees per night, and it's fallen over the last year and a half down to about 19,000. So it's about a 10 to 15% dip in average rate. But that's typical of the whole country, and actually it's typical of the whole world. World hotel average rates have gone down. But looking into the future, we were a little bit more optimistic, but now the UK is suffering. It hasn't come out of the recession as rapidly as we thought, and the US is flat as well, and we depend for 40% of our business from those two markets. So we're concerned about those two.
Well, after the break, we bring you suggestions on how you can spend your weekend. Stay tuned.
Sitting apart while on a honeymoon? Why not web check-in and get the seats of your choice at spicejet.com. Voted the best low-fare airline in customer care by Hindustan Times survey.
एक जज्बा सारी दुनिया को जोड़ने का, बिनानी सीमेंट सदियों के लिए.
Excitement for the small and mid-cap starts at 10:30
with specific focus on the long-term and short-term potential of 5 mid-cap stocks.
And for a balanced perspective over the short term, starts at 10:30 and the long-term trend watch.
Get the right bandwidth for your trading with Mid-Cap Mantra with Ashu Dutt from 10 to 10:30 every weekday morning, only on ET Now.
Brought to you by Karutri Global Limited. At Karutri, the future is now.
Welcome back. Half a year after Google stunned markets and consumers, warning it might quit China, which is the world's biggest internet market because of censorship issues, tables have turned. Now the world's largest search engine says Beijing has renewed its web page license. In fact, just last week, Google said it would stop automatically rerouting users to its uncensored Hong Kong-based search page, explaining Beijing had indicated it would not renew its license if it continued to do so. But it's Facebook that's everyone's favorite social networking site that has become a household name now. Well, at least in the rest of the world, in India and Brazil, Orkut was still getting in all the users and was bigger than Facebook. But as of today, things have changed. So let's find out. We have Radhika Sharma joining us. Radhika, what brought this change and what's happening now?
Well, let's give you a couple of numbers first. Facebook is now India's 4th most popular site. Orkut comes at a number 5. And Facebook has been steadily growing in India and has close to about 8.2 million unique visitors from India. Now, there are a couple of reasons for this. First, Facebook Lite, the service has now been shut down, but it was an easy way to get onto Facebook. And while it got many users shifted from Orkut to Facebook initially, because in a country where broadband penetration is not that much, it's just easier to get onto a Lite site. Second, Google itself has not been paying attention to Orkut. It has its own social networking project called Google Buzz now, and a Facebook killer project in the making, which is going to be called Google Me. Third, Facebook is also available in many regional languages, including Hindi. And probably fourth, the biggest reason, Facebook is setting up office in Hyderabad and is going to hire 500 people. So let's see if Orkut can do anything else. But for now, I think Facebook is here to stay.
All right, thanks so much. That's one side that everyone, you bet, loves hooking on to. But moving away from that, until now, octopus was a creature with 8 tentacles that led to boring lives in the depths of the ocean. That until Paul came along. If you really see what's happening, Paul has picked Spain to beat Netherlands come Sunday at the World Cup finals. Paul now holds a 100% record in this World Cup. 6 out of 6 when it comes to Germany's matches. Spain are in fact the bookies' favorite going into the match. Paul has picked Germany to beat Uruguay in the 3rd place playoff match tomorrow. At least that could cool off some Germans who wanted him on a platter after predicting their semi-final defeat to Spain. And wondering what you got to do next for the weekend lined up. Let's figure it out. You want to watch a movie, exercise a bit, or just splurge in the lap of luxury? Avan Dubash finds out for us.
How many times have you put on the television to find yourself staring at a group of random people doing the samba, the cha-cha, or even grooving to Bollywood music? I bet it's a million times. And the annoying thing is that they're all really fit and dance extremely well. Well, you can do that too. All you have to do is switch off the television and join a salsa class. It's fun, you burn calories, and who knows, you might be the next big thing on the dance floor.
Slip on your dancing shoes, swing by at Salsa Company and let your feet be your guide. Within a few turns, you can go from dancing dart to dancing sensation. Watching all the dancers shaking a leg with such fervor and enthusiasm, even I was tempted to give a go, and I didn't want to stop. Lose yourself in this one-of-a-kind dance form that's cha-cha all the way from South America. And the best part is, you get to dance with great dancers who will basically make you better on the dance floor. Don't believe me?
So, number 1, it's a lot of fun. Number 2, it's an exercise form. And number 3, for those who are more into meditation, yes, well, this is the best way to meditate.
Now that you're a dancing pro, it's time to go for a movie. But not any old mushy Bollywood movie. It seems like that script has been produced over 100 times. Time to change that.
And what better movie than the award-winning Gone with the Woman? It's a subtle comedy about first love and who wears the pants in the relationship. It takes you through a young man's quiet life, which is suddenly invaded by a beautiful Marianne who moves into his house out of the blue and turns his life upside down. It's fun, it's light, and it'll make you laugh.
And come to you every day. And finally, how many of you don't care about the plot or the storyline, but are just extremely taken in by the razzmatazz of Tinseltown? Well, for those of you, my next pick should be your next destination.
This cafe screams Bollywood. Check your table reservation at the traditional box office counter before you walk the red carpet to pav bhaji, chole kulcha, crispy chili idli, plus some continental treats like jalapeno corn and cheese rolls, chicken pot pie, and the delicious caramel walnut. Oh yeah, and the music, filmy of course, thanks to the restaurant's DJ.
Now the final and most important question is, which pick are you going to choose over this weekend? No matter which one it is, make sure that you have a good time. Enjoy, and I'll see you same time next week.
Well, that's it on the show. You stay tuned in and have a great weekend ahead.
I've travelled just over 14 hours from my home in London in style to arrive in Japan. I'm here to see what luxuries the city of Tokyo has to offer. Welcome to Inside Luxury Travel with me, Baron Sharma.
Brought to you by Xylo, time of your life. Union Bank of India, good people to bank with. Sugar-free gold, step to fitness.
गुम है किसी के प्यार में दिल सुबह शाम पर तुम्हें लिख नहीं पाऊं मैं उसका नाम हाय राम.
When your investment is sound, it shows. For consistent, research-based and timely advice, talk to SMC. Money-wise, be wise.
गुम है किसी के
Logistics. We're passionate about it. We love applying logistics to help your business grow. We love the way it gets the right thing to the right place at the right time. That's why we love to say excellence simply delivered for you.
Tickets for the Great Escape, rupees 2,50,000. The Getaway Car, 12,500 Kenyan shillings. Sachin Tendulkar. Exit from Civilization, 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Escaping from one world, but connecting to another, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Wherever you escape to, MasterCard is the preferred way to pay.
Infrabonds kick off. Income Tax Department permits issue of tax-free long-term paper of IFCI, IDFC, LIC and other NBFCs. It's bringing gains for telecom stocks on talk of a change of guard at the ministry. Bharti Airtel, Idea and Reliance Telecom post marked gains in today's session. And Dalal Street gains for the second straight session on strong global cues coming in, and ahead of its earnings, Infosys hits a lifetime high.